Hi guys, so this is my analysis update on GU guys. Before we do today's analysis on GU, I'm just gonna do a quick recap on GU guys. If you watched my previous analysis, right, I was expecting GU to push to the upside, right? I said because we can see right around this area right here, GU was around this area right here, and I had two instances, right? My first instance was there's a there's a possibility that we might push to the upside on the XY, sorry, on GU, and my reason was because we can see we have this impulse, we have this correction which corrected around my 50% fib level right here. So I said there's a possibility around that area because we can see that we had this momentum of a buy around my 50% fib level, 50% fib level. So I said there's a possibility that we might continue to push to the upside on GU guys, and as we can see that we tank to the upside and hit our TP, which is always my negative 27% fib level. For those that have been watching my analysis, you should know by now that that's where I mostly take my TP off of, and we can see that we currently hit my analysis right there, right? But I also said we should be mindful of this zone right here, because if you've been watching my analysis, you know I'm very open-minded and just don't stick to what I think will happen. I have different scenarios just in case if any other thing happen, I can look into it as well, right? So I said we should also be mindful that we might not buy because of we were currently around this zone right here, and based on our prior price action, if you go to the left, we can see the zone is a really significant area because we rejected around that zone multiple times. So I said we should be mindful around that zone as well, based because of we were currently around that zone. So I also said in case if we don't continue to push to the upside and I see a breakout structure and a momentum for us to continue to push to the downside, that I'm going to continue to push to the downside. And I said my next target to certainly be around 1.25449, but as we can see that it actually trick us a little bit because we can see this momentum of a buy right, sorry, of a sell right here, came down a little bit, went up here to retest, right, and it falls a little bit, so it might have tricked us a little bit for us to think that it was a down move. But we can see that what it just did was to come down to my 23.6% fib level, give us this W pattern. Like we know that is a reversal pattern right around my fib level right here, right? So we came down here, gave me the W pattern, and continue to push to the upside, and we can see just going directly to my negative 27% fib level, and we tank to the downside. And if you've been watching my analysis, right, I know I repeat this so much, and I just repeat it based on new people that haven't constantly watched my analysis and don't know the way I trade my fib level, because we know that there are lots of fib trading strategy out there, but this is how I trade mine. So we can see that as soon as we got to my negative 27% fib level, we reversed. And I've always said this most of the time, that negative 27% level is a reversal zone for me, so I'm always careful around that area. Most of the time that's where I take my trade and I leave the market. But I used to also say that when we get to negative 27% fib level and I see more momentum of a, and I still see continuation momentum of a buy, then there's a possibility that I might just write it up to my 61.8% fib level. But we can see that as soon as we got here, we just continue to tank to the downside. So now that that is done, guys, I'm going to delete my previous analysis and just reanalyze GU based on the current price market we are seeing currently, guys. So right now, as you know, right now I'm going to go to my bigger time frame to do my top analysis, because you know, if you've been watching my analysis, you know that I like to trade. Let's see. So if you watch my analysis, you can see that I predicted it to at least push to the downside until otherwise happen. For us to see a buy move, I would like to see it at least breaking this trend line right here for us to see a buy move and continue to push the upside. So as long as they're still below this trend line, then I'm predicting a buy. And as you can see that based on this monthly time frame, we are currently rejecting around my 61.8% fib level right here. So that's giving me momentum of a continuation to the downside overall. But be mindful, this is a monthly time frame, guys. So now we're on the weekly time frame, and we can still see that we've had multiples momentum, and we have this candlestick right here. So this is the biggest candlestick we've currently have based on this weekly time frame right here, right? So I see more momentum, at least continue pushing to the downside. So let's go to my daily time frame. So we can see that the daily time frame, we can really react on it and see on it. So as we can see that we push to the upside right here. We came to retest this break of structure right here. After retesting the break of structure, we can see that we touch my 23.6% fib level. I'm predicting it to continue to push to the downside. So let's go to my 4-hour time frame and see. I can delete this zone right here. So let's delete this zone right here. I'm gonna draw this trend line just to indicate we are currently on a down move. I think I'm deleting this one as well. Let's put a current price right here. We can see we have this break of structure with this candle right here, right? So let's go to my 3-hour time frame and see. So I'm gonna put a mini fib right around here to here, right here, and yeah, change. Let's see, I want to change the color. So for those that want to trade my fib level, right, you guys can just screenshot my, so this is my levels of that I use. Let's use another color. So you guys can just screenshot it and use it. If you want to use my Fibonacci levels, this is it. So I'm just going to pause a little bit for you guys to be able to screenshot it. So hope you guys did already. So I'm just going to click on OK. So we can see around here, right here. Let me go to my smaller time frame to see if I will see a possible imbalance right here. So there's a possibility that we might push to the upside a little bit for a retracement, right? Because right now I am not seeing enough retracement right now, right? We can see that we broke this candlestick. We broke this trend line with this engulfing candle right here. So I have different possibility. There's a possibility we might push up to maybe my 38.2% fib level, or my 50% fib level, to touch this trend line and continue to push to the downside. That's my first scenario, right? Or there's a possibility that we might push up a little bit to possible 78.6% fib level before pushing to the downside. That's a possibility that I'm seeing currently, because we can see my my 78.6% fib level. There is this break of structure right here that hasn't been retested yet, so there's a possibility that we might actually push down there. So now I'm just going to use my scenario. First scenario is we might push to this level right here, 38, right, to push down to my target, which is right around here is my target. That's my first scenario. My second scenario is we might push up to my 50% fib level just to touch this trend line before pushing to my target right there, because we can see, like I said, we had this break of trend line, a break, a sort of like a retest to touch this trend line, give us multiple rejections to see if we're going to continue to push to the downside. So this will certainly be my first point of interest, right around 38.2. Then if I still see more momentum of a buy, then my 50% fib level will be my second point of interest. And I also have a third point of interest, right, which is around my 78.6% fib level, and that will be if my 50% and 38% becomes invalid, and that is where I'll be looking to my 78% fib level. Just like I mentioned, there is this break of structure right here, and we have this huge imbalance right here that needs to be filled, that hasn't been filled yet. So there is a possibility that we might actually get up there before pushing to the downside before coming here. So those are my scenarios right now on G, you guys. So this is my first target, certainly, which is 54.50. That is my target right here on GU for my first sell target, and if we continue to sell, certainly this will be my target right here, will be my second target, but I'm just gonna wait and see. So that is my quick thoughts right now on G, you guys. Hope you guys find it helpful. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and I'll see you in my next analysis, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.